Hey everyone, it's BrownieSanFrijolTaco, and as promised, the bios are ready, and boy, there is a lot of them. So, here you are, what you've been waiting for. Maybe. Anyways, let's go. Okay, starting off with the Mount Moon Pokemon, we have number 41, Zubat, the Bat Pokemon. The Zubat family specializes in speed and somewhat on attack. A lot of people underestimate it because it's just so common that they think it can't possibly be good in any way. While Zubat may not be your 5-star Pokemon, once it evolves into Golbat, it's pretty good, and like I said, it's crazy fast. I can recommend this Pokemon if you need a fast flying or poison type, and I can pretty much guarantee that it will do the job right if you just give it some love. Or if you just level it up a lot. Next, we have the rock with flying arms, Geodude. I personally like Geodude a lot, but I have to admit that without certain moves that it can't normally learn by leveling up, it's not really that great. That being said, it has great attack and defense, so to a certain extent it's a little bit of a tank. My other big problem is that ground/rock Pokemon, or rock/ground Pokemon, whatever, just have way too many weaknesses for me to cope with, but that's just me. If you want to, go ahead. If you don't, then don't go ahead. Alright, Clefairy is very similar to Jigglypuff, except that its stats are a little bit more balanced than Jigglypuff's. They have some of the same moves, but Clefairy relies a little more on damaging moves to stay alive than Jigglypuff, who relies on its HP. It's crazily high HP stat. Honestly, I don't really have a lot to say about this Pokemon, except that I've had a very bad overall training experience with it in the past. The only reason I would really get it is to fill up my Pokedex, and I just don't recommend it for battle. And I'm not getting it, well, for my team, and I don't think you should get it for your team either, but hey, that's just me. Alright, last but not least, or you know what, yeah, last and least of the Mount Moon Pokemon is number 46, Paris, a bug and grass Pokemon. Just from its type, you can tell that it's gonna have a ton of weaknesses. It's only available in Mount Moon, in certain areas of Mount Moon, and in certain areas of the Safari Zone, which is a place we'll visit later. So, although it's common in those areas, it's like you have to go out of your way, pretty much, just to go and get it. Effect Spore, its ability, just gives a 30% chance of inflicting paralysis, sleep, or poison after a foe uses a physical attack, and there I go again with just reading what I already wrote. It evolves at level 24, so it does evolve fairly early, but it's not that good. I'm sorry, I don't like it. It's very hard to train. I would only use it as an HM slave and to fill up my Pokedex. But I have a different idea for what I want as my HM slave, and I don't think it's gonna be Paris. So you'll get to see that later, maybe. But yeah, this is not a good Pokemon for your team. Get it if you want it for your Pokedex or as an HM slave. That's it. That's my big summary at the end. Alright, number 129, Magikarp, the useless Pokemon, or the fish Pokemon, whatever. Well, actually I could have said this before the Mount Moon Pokemon, because you could get this before going into Mount Moon, but let's ignore that little detail. This Pokemon, how do I put this? It knows Splash as its only move until level 15. Splash does nothing. It's a non-damaging move that literally does nothing. Once it gets to level 15, it learns Tackle, and at level 30, it learns Flail, which basically does more damage when you have less HP. But just from this info, you can tell it's not a very good choice for your team. It does have good speed, and yeah, that's about it. Don't really get to use that speed a lot. It does evolve into Gyarados, however. Gyarados is a Pokemon with power unmatched by many other water/flying types around. I will explain more later. Alright people, what you're looking at here is number 27 Sandshrew, our first instance of a Pokemon that can only be found in one version of the game. This Pokemon is exclusive to Leafgreen version and is not that rare. It's common. Well, you can find it in a lot of places, it's just when you're actually there it's kind of rare that it'll appear. It's ground type, and so is its evolution. As you can see, its ability isn't that useful because there's not a lot of places where you'll have sandstorms in this game, but it does have pretty decent stats, and its defense is great. It's like that Jigglypuff thing all over again, only to a lesser extent. That's really all I can say. It gets good moves, but I just don't like it all that much. It doesn't get moves that are good enough to convince me. That's it, but you want one? Go ahead. Okay, now Ekans is kind of like a counterpart to Sandshrew in that it's found in the other version of this game, Fire Red, except in that version, for some reason, it's common instead of uncommon. Whatever, it's not like I care much about it. It is a pretty good attacker, and its evolution is, again, it's a better version of whatever the basic one was. Its ability Intimidate lowers an opponent's attack by 1 stage whenever you enter a battle, so that could be useful. And Shed Skin gives you a 30%, god, not an 80% chance, a 30% chance of healing poison, burn, or paralysis every turn. So that one's definitely more useful, in my opinion. It's pretty fast, not notably fast, but it's still pretty fast. It's balanced. It has balanced stats, and it's pure poison type. So if you're into that kind of poison type thing, go ahead. It's not like I can get it anyways. Alright, I'm back. Here I am in Cerulean City, the city of Cerulean. Let's go on and explore. Over here we have a bike shop where you can buy bikes. For $1 million, no thanks. I think that's more money than you can hold in this entire game. I think, not sure. Who cares? Getting away from that overpriced bike shop, if we go over here, we'll come into this house, and in this guy's backyard, you find a rare candy. Very useful if you ask me. That guy will tell you about the effects of the different badges on your Pokemon. I don't know, if you're curious. His neighbor, however, will give you an item. A powder jar. You need at least to have 1 berry for him to give you this. Basically, if you have a wireless adapter, you can go to the 2nd floor of a Pokemon Center and make powder out of the berries that you have. And then you give him the powder, and he makes medicine for you. And for your Pokemon. These people here were robbed. It's obvious that Team Rocket is behind the heinous crime. Even our police force is trouble with the Rockets. Too bad for you, dude. Not that I care. I just wanted to show here. I got an HM slave. And his name is Pimp. Because he's a pimp. Because he's purple. And purple is pimp. So, without further ado, charge! And, yo, no way. You're still struggling along back here? I'm doing great. I got a bunch of strong and smart Pokemon. Here, let me see what you caught. No way. I didn't even read that next line. I was like, here, let me see what you caught. Oh, it said something else. No way. I didn't even notice. Alright, so as per usual, you start out with Pidgeotto. As per usual, I will start out with Double Team. I won't usually start out with Double Teams, just for this, I just really need to level up right now. I'm in bad need of some level upping, whatever you want to call it. Training? EXP pointing? I don't know. I think training fits best here. Jeez, I really miss. Wow, you call that super effective? I guess he is level 17. Still, come on. That's not enough for my taste. And he... oh my god. Yeah, 3 hits and I'm... well, 1 more hit and I'm dead. Apparently Pikachu can only take so many quick attacks. Oh, I thought he was gonna level up. I guess I was asking too much though. Damn it. I think I'm gonna have to go Mankey. Alright, Mankey, do your thing. Well, at least Pikachu gets the experience, so that's good, I guess. Karate chop. Alright, now I level up. Alright, so... looks like I have a little peaceful time. Because Abra is a Pokemon that can be caught in the wild, but its only move will be Teleport, which is basically an alternative of Run, except that it never fails. However, since you cannot run from a trainer battle, it fails. It fails in this situation, and we don't. That's his only move. I don't get it. I don't get it. So much for, like, strong and smart, right? I got a bunch of strong and smart Pokemon. Yeah, well, apparently not smart enough. Alright, I'm hoping I can level up with Squirtle. Really am. Oh, I used Double Team one last time. Yeah, because after you switch out, all status effects are resetted, like, to your basic normal stats. So I raise my evasiveness, he raises his defense. What more could you want? Critical hit. Nice. Alright then. I could beat him. As long as he gets paralyzed or misses. Oh, thank God. Jeez, I'm like, okay, so he didn't get paralyzed. Please miss. But yes, he missed, and I was able to kill him. Or knock him out, whatever. Faint him. I don't think faint can be a verb. Oh, well, yeah, it can. What am I talking about? Just not in the way I'm using it. I went to Bill's and got him to show me his Pokemon. That added a lot of pages to my Pokedex. After all, Bill's world famous as a Pokemaniac. He invented the Pokemon storage system. Since you're using his system, you should go thank him. Better get rolling. Smell you later. Smell you later. God. Can't talk. Feel sorry for you. No, really, you're always plotting behind me. Asshole. So he gives us the fame checker. A chatty gossip like you. That thing's perfect. I don't need it because I don't give a hoot about others. Alright, this time I really am. Okay. I hate you, Gary. I really do. Alright, so... I think that's all I have time for this time. Just sorry about it being a short part, but... It's my fault because I just did not have good time management, and yeah, I apologize for that. Maybe next time. I don't know. Next part is sure to have a bit of action though, so until then, see you.